Look who's actually rescuing and supporting the victims of the tragedy in Rio Grande do Sul. Pablo Markel, CEO of Havan. The population itself. Entrepreneurs. Several Dacola research teams. Dacola is supporting both the rescue and the assistance with medicines, products, food, logistics, and especially the water supply through artesian wells and transportation of the demands. There are also jeepers, jet skis, and various volunteers. While the world's population is reporting and warning about the climate tragedy in Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil's major newspapers are focused on big productions and entertainment.
O estado do Rio Grande do Sul, no Brasil.
Rio Grande do Sul.
Rio Grande do Sul.
Rio Grande do Sul.
Globo will be showing Madonna's concert today, right after the soap opera Renascer.
We can't pretend that none of this is happening here, that it's Madonna.
Not to mention that financial and rescue aid has been minimal from the armed forces and the federal government.
We still haven't received the funds from the September and November floods. We carried out a survey, made a decree of calamity. Everything was done as the government requested via civil defense. We set everything up, and to this day, we haven't received one real from that first tragedy. And this is unprecedented. It's the biggest tragedy in the history of Rio Grande do Sul.
It's absurd that this kind of situation is being reported and aided by the population and business groups instead of the responsible authorities.
Look at the difference here, guys. The armed forces without working, these are the armed forces, the ones who pay a terrible amount of tax to pay their salaries. And up front, I'll show you there are civilians. Look at the huge difference. Look at the difference. See there? It's a civilian boat carrying around 40 people.
Then you have to listen to the firemen say that jet skiing isn't good for rescues. It's no good until the private individual goes there, the citizen goes there and saves us with a jet ski.
People can't ask for help from the army because they only to cause harm. They don't let the boats pass because they say there must be documentation. They don't let food get here because they say there must be an invoice. The army already betrayed us once on January 8th. It took people to the camp and handed them over to the federal police, and now they're betraying the people again. This army is a disgrace. Every time the people need them, they betray the people. If there's a war, they'll betray the people again. You only help in Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela. It's other countries, but here you don't help at all.